Oh, college football conference realignment. You never let us down, right? This week we got noise of North Carolina's flirtation with the SEC. The Tar Heels are a hot topic in realignment talks, and for good reason. Reports like one from the Inside Carolina suggest that North Carolina is eyeing a move to the Southeastern Conference, the SEC, if they can navigate their way out of the ACC's ironclad grant of rights, which locks schools in until 2036. But changes to their rights is now making the cost for ACC teams to leave and buy their way out of the conference essentially getting lower and lower each year. If they can leave in the next few years, maybe around 2030, I think is what people are saying. Why the SEC? Why not the Big Ten, right? As everything else in college football, it's all about money. Although the Big Ten does pay out more money to their schools, there is a belief out there by quite a few people in college athletics that the TV deals are close enough that if the SEC goes to a ninth conference game, that SEC teams will make an even bigger amount, maybe even or more than the Big Ten. There are also recruiting advantages to being in the SEC, and whether we like it or not, many still believe the SEC is the premier, more competitive conference that aligns with the sports that North Carolina heavily invests in. Excuse me, this isn't to say the SEC is head and shoulders above the Big Ten or anything like that, but North Carolina's athletic director, Bubba Cunningham, was publicly noted a growing revenue gap with the SEC and the Big Ten, who are ranking over $10 million more per year per school annually compared to ACC schools. The SEC's footprint in Charlotte, where their network is based, makes North Carolina a desirable program for both conferences. They bring the nation's ninth most populous state, a top 21 TV market, and a powerhouse basketball brand that's globally recognized thanks very much to the Jordan brand partnership. Plus, their academic reputation aligns with the SEC's desire to add prestigious institutions, not just football juggernauts. The Big Ten wants to do that as well, but the belief is the SEC is trying to do that too. The catch is the grant of rights and a hefty exit fee of about $165 million in 2025-2026, dropping to $75 million in 2030. Recent lawsuits by Clemson and Florida State have chipped away at the ACC's armor, setting terms that make leaving slightly easier in the years to come. Sources to Scott Hamilton on the Paul Feinbaum show even hint at a handshake agreement, quote, believe that if you want or not, with the SEC, suggesting that North Carolina is at the front of the pack if the ACC fractures. But it's not a done deal. Legal battles and financial hurdles mean that this is a slow burn, not a sprint. So now let's shift to the Big Ten a little bit more and rank the top 10 teams most likely to join the Big Ten, starting with the most probable, in my opinion. The Big Ten, now at 18 teams after adding USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington, is picky, prioritizing academics, market size, cultural fit over pure football prowess, and trying not to get two teams in the same state. It's not a requirement, but it is something they seem to want to do. So by no means am I saying that all 10 of these teams will join the Big Ten. I'm just saying of these 10, they seem to be the most likely at the moment. Number one, Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish are the Big Ten's white whale. Their independent status gives them leverage, but a shifting landscape while scheduling SEC and Big Ten games could get tougher, could push them to join the Big Ten. Their national brand, football pedigree, and academic prestige make them a perfect fit, although their stubbornness for independence might drop them down for some others. I believe Notre Dame coming to the Big Ten is a matter of when rather than if. My number two team, and this might surprise some of you, is actually Virginia. The Cavaliers are a close second, frequently mentioned alongside North Carolina as a team trying to leave the ACC and a new state for the Big Ten to get into. Virginia's AAU status, proximity to DC, the DC market, number 9 in TV rankings, and strong academic reputation make them a slam dunk if the Big Ten were able to get them. Now, they aren't a football elite, but their Olympic sports and basketball are a good fit for the conference. I believe the Big Ten would see them as a bridge to the Southeast without overstepping into traditional SEC territory. Number 3, this is where we have North Carolina. The Tar Heels would have been second for me, but the report of that they might be leaning toward the SEC, potential handshake agreement, whatever that might mean, that for me has dropped them down at least one spot. Still pretty high up there, but they're still pretty high up there because the Big Ten covets UNC for the same reasons as the SEC: academics, massive market, and a basketball brand that's pure gold. The AAU membership checks a key Big Ten box, and their location in a populous state bordering Virginia makes them a geographic fit. If the SEC doesn't snag them, I believe the Big Ten will. Number 4, Duke. The Blue Devils are a basketball powerhouse and a top-tier academic profile, a strong history of success in Olympic sports, and boasting AAU membership. Their football program is less compelling. They're not getting added to go make the playoffs and win national championships, but the Big Ten's focus on basketball and non-revenue sports, plus access to the Charlotte market, make them a strong candidate. Also, while Duke and Northwestern don't have a traditional heated rivalry, you're not going to see them on the top 25 rivalry lists and stuff like that. It's not like other college programs. They have a unique, somewhat unusual kind of like pseudo rivalry, I guess you could call it, due to their sporadic matchups and close nature of their games, academic prowess, things like that. The series has been back and forth with neither team consistently dominating. Duke and North Carolina are most likely a package deal with North Carolina in many scenarios. If the Big Ten were to find a way to get North Carolina, I'm sure they would get Duke too, possibly, or they might just say X-Nay North Carolina and go with Duke if legally they would be able to do so. That's the key word, though, legally. Number 5, Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets are honestly the program I want to come to the Big Ten the most. It might sound strange, so I might have a little bias here, but let me explain. They bring Atlanta, the 7th largest TV market, and a recruiting hotbed. Their AAU status helps, but while their football program lags behind Georgia's dominance in the state, I really like Brent Key a lot, and I think this program needs a conference who invests in them, and they will be investing in their football program as well. Get some recruiting started, get a good coach in there. Like I said, Brent Key, I like him. We'll see what happens. It could be a nice fit for Georgia Tech. The Big Ten sees strategic value into cracking into the Southeast, and Georgia Tech could be that one who gets their foot in the door. Number 6, this is when we get into Florida, Miami. The Hurricanes have a storied football history, and they just got AAU membership. Their Miami market is attractive, but the Big Ten could possibly prefer a larger public university over a private one like the Hurricanes. Miami seems like a fallback to me if North Carolina, Duke, Virginia, some of those other schools don't work out. Number 7, sticking in the state of Florida, Florida State. Despite their football prowess, Florida State's lack of AAU membership in a congested TV market further away from the Big Ten, it pushes them further away from the Big Ten, in my opinion. Not to mention their legal battles with the AAC and a less compelling academic profile drop them. I do believe it matters to the Big Ten how much noise Florida State has made in the ACC, and if they will try to come into the Big Ten and make some noise as well. Got to think about that, and I think the Big Ten is rather cautious, maybe conservative in that area. Number 8, Clemson. Like FSU, Clemson's football brand is strong, and there's a lot to unpack here with their non-AAU status and South Carolina's presence in the SEC. One gives credence to the SEC being their landing spot, while the other gives credence to the Big Ten possibly being their landing spot. Their aggressive push to exit the ACC keeps them in the conversation, but while they're behind others due to various ways they would fit, they also do not fit in various ways as well. So this is really kind of an in-between one, and I don't really know what to do with Clemson here, so I'm going to throw them at number 8. Number 9 is where I have Stanford. The Cardinals' academic excellence and AAU membership are Big Ten catnip, but their recent athletic struggles in West Coast location, already covered by USC and UCLA, lower their profile to me. They'd be higher if the Big Ten hadn't already rated the Pac-12 and seemingly said no to Stanford. Honestly, Cal is pretty much in the same boat here. I think Stanford a little bit higher because of a few different things with their school, but Cal is, you could say Stanford and Cal here, and that'd be fine, but it doesn't fit on the graphic, so give me a break. Number 10, Texas A&M. Oh boy. Could you imagine if the Big Ten took an SEC school? Look, I doubt this will happen, but I had to put a wild card at number 10 on this list for me, right? That wild card is the program that could get into the Big Ten from Texas. It's all about access to the Texas market, the recruiting base, and the prestige of a prominent AAU institution. Now, before you go wild on me and say the Big Ten needs this team, that team, let's clear up the misconception, okay? Fans often think that conference realignment is all about whatever teams are winning the most, grabbing the best football teams, best football history, yada, yada, yada. That's only part of the story, right? Yes, that is something they want to consider. You make money by going to the playoffs, things like that. Conferences like the SEC and the Big Ten aren't just chasing national championships. They're building empires. Sure, getting teams in the playoffs is important. It's a financial boost. That's great. But there are so many more key factors like media market, academic prestige, geographic footprint, revenue potential, location, basketball and Olympic sports, cultural fit. Do you already have one team from that state? Whatever it might, your TV market, like all of these different things. So when you hear fans clamoring for a big football team just because of their name and their brand and all that stuff, remind them it's not about what happens on the field in conference realignment. It's about the markets, the monies, academics, and building a sustainable brand. North Carolina's dance with the SEC and the Big Ten's wish list proves it's a chess game. It's not a sprint to the end zone. We'll see where things end up, but for now, probably not going to see anything until about 2030, I would say. Probably get some rumors, maybe some teams committing before then, but probably not much before.